Well, to be Capital G here, got an excellent competitive duel for you guys to check out. No need to oversell this. This is just two good players playing some really good decks. We have the invoked version of Blue Eyes at the top, which I actually think is the definitive version right now. If I was going to run Blue Eyes for like the NAWCQ or at Euros, this is the version I would run. There's a couple of reasons. Number one, you get a little more speed because you can run Wonder Wand, and obviously you combine that with like Alistair. You get some draw power to get to your other power play cards faster, and the bigger reason is you actually get like some play disruption, which Blue Eyes has always kind of struggled with. The fact is you can use things like Merkaba to kind of lock your opponent out of one big card per turn. You can get something like Raijin if you use your opponent's graveyard. Those are excellent plays that Blue Eyes doesn't really have a lot of stun to it, and just having some disruptive cards for your opponent's plays can definitely make the difference. And then at the bottom, we have a Burning Abyss version, and I know you guys are looking at this opening hand and you're thinking, damn, Cap, this guy, he's got like one BA in his hand. How can you even call this Burning Abyss? I mean, he's adjusting with the times, guys. You got to run Kaijus, you got to run your Ash Foreheads because, you know, there's just too much searching right now, and if your opponent puts that masterpiece on the board, you don't want to be playing just regular BAs and have like no way of killing the fucking thing other than, I guess, like maybe Acid Golem, but who the fuck even runs that card anymore? So, you know, being able to out it easily with Kaijus, he's just keeping up with the time. So anyways, let's go ahead and roll this. You can see he has a Ghost Ogre as well, which I believe is on top of his deck. So the Invoke player opens up with Alistair, gets smacked by Mrs. Forehead, and then he ends up pushing through with the Wonder Wand, plays Brilliant Fusion, sends Whitestone to the grave, gets some more searches, and then he uses his second search to just keep on searching, or he uses his second summon to keep on searching with Alistair, and he ends up with, I would say, a pretty decent field. I mean, he's got Merkaba, he has the Dragon Spirit of White, which doesn't really do much of anything for his field, to be honest, but the important thing is he has a little bit of lockdown potential, and he still has a bunch of cards in his hand. Unfortunately, his opponent is just going to Kaiju and then slumber him, just blow him out. He's going to have Radiant, it's going to run over that sticky string Kaiju, and just like that, his field is pretty much obliterated. But Blue Eyes is resilient, and when you get invoked in a deck, obviously you just get a lot of you get a lot of comeback potential. Even if your turn one board gets blown up, you can still make a lot of plays. So when he gets hit with Ghost Ogre and Ash Forehead in the same turn, he's still able to turn that into a Blue Eyes White Dragon, blow up the Radiant. But I think his opponent's going to drop a Dante here off Farfa and Skarn, and then he's going to Kaiju him with Gamma Seal, and he's going to run that over with Dante. And he did get Good and Evil in the grave, which is actually going to be important during his next turn, I believe. So he top decks the copy of Return of the Dragon Lords, which, by the way, is a very good card to pitch to the graveyard if you have Merkaba on the field. And you guys just know, if you're just attacking in the Dantes, you're not really doing that much damage to your opponent because he, you know, he's going to get cards back from the graveyard as he does the Farfa. And I believe here he's going to use Good and Evil, pitch the graph to get Seer, and at this point he's able to go into Virgil. He's able to just spin the Dante and or excuse me, spin the Blue Eyes White Dragon, and he's got a good amount of burn damage, or excuse me, a good amount of just damage on board, and he has one decent hand trap. Well, we'll see exactly what that's gonna do. Now his opponent does pass turn, and I was like, I don't know about this, man. You know, he has 3,500 damage on the board, and now you only have 300 life points. You know, don't leave yourself out there where you can just die. And he tries to go for Galaxy Soldier, which I believe 2 times in a row where he tried to use Galaxy Soldier, he got smacked with Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit. So that was unfortunate. And anytime Blue Eyes starts setting monsters, you know they're in a bad position. I mean, don't get me wrong, he gets the Blue Eyes White Dragon during the end phase, but still, if they're ever setting any cards, I guess it would be like Whitestone of the Ancients or maybe the Whitestone of Legend. But either way, it's not really what they want to do. They want to synchro with those cards. So anyways, rather than fight through that, he's actually he actually uses Graph Effect, and then he ends up getting a Barbar straight from the deck, and he ends up burning him to death because I guess people kind of forgot that Barbar was a thing in Burning Abyss, and if you get yourself under like 800 life points, they can easily use the card to just kill you. Well, I guess technically under 900 life points. So yeah, he ends up winning that duel with a Barbar effect. Anyway, shout outs to Noah Green. I believe that was the 2015 NAWCQ that he won with Burning Abyss, and he used Barbar for game during the finals. I know a lot of people are going to be like, Cap G, I want my money back. The end of this duel was so anticlimactic. Hey, I don't control the way that people win these duels. But anyways, if you guys like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you guys for watching as always, and subscribe if you have not already.